Right guys, welcome back to another video, and today let's talk about some basketball. Right, so today I wanted to talk about a league which is a lot different to the NBA. As you know, if you have watched this channel before, on this channel we usually talk about the NBA, which is obviously the biggest basketball league in the whole world. But there are a lot of other leagues around the world, and me being English, from England, I just wanted to talk about the league here. Now, obviously, there's a lot of leagues around Europe where they are very good. You've got teams like Real Madrid, who are really good. You've got teams in like Turkey, Germany, like Italy, France, Spain. These are really good teams. Even Japan's got some good teams as well. But in England, we have a league as well. Who would have thought it? You know, not many people really care about it, to be honest, at this point. I love watching it. To be honest, it's a bit hard to watch it sometimes because the format is a bit confusing and it's a bit random, and it's a bit annoying when your best players leave to random teams that you've never even heard of. For example, the back-to-back MVP has just left for a German team. I don't even know what German team it is. He's American, and he's literally... we brought him back because I'm a Leicester Riders fan. We brought him back. We signed him for another year, and then a German team bought out his deal, and literally a week later we lost him after announcing that he'd be back for the next season. And he was the back-to-back MVP, and he just went instantly without anyone really caring, because that's what just happens in this league. Now, if you don't know, the league is called the BBL. There's about 12 teams or organisations within the league. There actually is a second league as well, which is like a lower tier league, but I think it's called like the EBL or something. I'm not too sure, but that's kind of like a secondary league where there's no promotion or relegation in these leagues, just like the NBA pretty much. But that's just like a secondary league where I think some teams have been brought up from it, but there's only 12 teams in the BBL now, I think, anyway, and one of which is the Leicester Riders, my team who I support, which are one of the more successful teams. I think they're the second most successful team in the whole history of the BBL, behind Newcastle Eagles, who are really good. But I just wanted to talk about the BBL, and if anyone doesn't know about it, yeah. So I was thinking about basically making a kind of video once a week, maybe on like a Friday or something, where once a week we talk about the BBL and what's going on in my country. Because not only do I want to raise awareness and talk about NBA basketball and like the highest quality of sport, but I also want to raise awareness for the BBL, because I've looked it up. There's no like YouTubers or anyone except for, I think his name's Josh Steele, who plays for the Manchester Giants, an actual player who makes videos on the BBL. There's nothing on the BBL within the YouTube community or in the media, really, and I think it's a massive gap in the market. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to try and get in that market as quickly as possible before the league gets more investment, because they actually only recently got a like £7 million investment into the league as well. So I think that if you get into the like sort of media of this league now, before it starts to head up in popularity, I think it'll have a really good chance of making a way in that sort of space in the British basketball scene, for me especially. That's one of the main reasons why I want to talk about it as well, because I think it's quite an untapped market, and I think with the growing popularity of basketball within the UK, I think it's very important to talk about it and raise awareness through YouTube and different types of media. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't think the sport in England has grown as much as the like kind of league system, BBL, because of the way it's promoted. It's not promoted in the best way. There's no real promotion for it and no real understanding of how the league works and understanding of what the three competitions are. Because I think, if I remember correctly, because I haven't watched it in a while, I'm just going to get back into it this season. I went to like 2 or 3 games last season, but I wasn't that clued up on what happened. I know we won everything, I think. But you've got the league, which is like the conference in the NBA. This is how, if I'm wrong, I do apologise and I'll get it right. But I've looked up everywhere. It's so hard to find what's actually going on in this. So you've got the league, then you've got the playoffs, which depends on like your league standings, just like the NBA kind of thing. So that's fine. But then you've also got this weird like football kind of thing where they added a cup as well, just go alongside that, which runs alongside the league system and the playoffs, which is just very strange. Like, I watched that finals like cup game, and I think that cup game is where they have all the like all-star kind of things, where they have like the dunk competition and stuff, because I was going to go to it because it was in Birmingham, I think it was, last time, and I was going to go to it, but yeah, stuff came up and I couldn't go. But it's really confusing, the league system and how they all do it. I think they play each other 4 times, each team, and I think they may be changing it a bit soon, adding new teams into it and stuff. But I just think the media around the BBL and stuff needs to be better, because British basketball has grown significantly, like in the past couple of years, like from when I was a kid till now. Like, because my little brother is in the basketball kind of system right now, playing for a team, and the opportunities you get within the basketball kind of space now is growing significantly, and I think it's really important for people in the community, especially in one of the biggest cities for basketball in the whole of the UK. I think it's very important to grow the youth systems, especially because, especially for young kids, they're trying to get into basketball. But when I was a little kid, there wasn't as much like offered, really. Like, there was some teams, but you couldn't really get into it as much as you can now, for example, where there's loads of opportunities, and that is thanks to the development of the BBL and like the changing of what it used to be. Because when I was younger, the BBL used to be like horrible. Like, honestly, not horrible, but like when I used to go to Leicester Riders games, you used to have to sit on wooden benches. If you're from the UK, do you know them benches that you get when you're in like year 5 or year 6, when you get to sit on them benches, like in like or like assembly and that. You had to sit on that when you went to a Leicester Riders game, and I can't even remember where the stadium was. But I used to go there, and you had to pay extra to get an actual seat, and that's mad. But now, if you go to the new Leicester Riders stadium, which they built in the Leicester City Centre, it's a really nice stadium. Got loads of seats. You've got stands and stuff, and they've got like 3 courts there where the kids can train and stuff like that, where people can go, and where the professionals train as well. So I think it's a really good thing how it's developed. The BBL is going to be starting at some point soon. So what I'm going to do, this is just an update video and kind of introduce people to the BBL and what I'm going to be doing on this channel if you're interested, is I'm going to be probably making one kind of podcast video a week. So it might be like a longer type of video, maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes, where I talk about everything that's happened in the past week. Because obviously this channel, where most people are interested in, is the NBA, so I'm going to still be talking about the NBA a lot, because I love the NBA so much, and that is one of the most important things to me in basketball, is watching NBA, because of the high quality of it. But to be honest, the BBL is progressing to a higher level every single year, and I'm very impressed with what's happening. So I'm going to be making kind of like maybe a podcast kind of video where I just talk my mind on everything that's happened, make a few notes, and just explain my thoughts on the different things which are happening in the basketball world, in the BBL and the British basketball scene. Maybe every Friday I'll see what the schedule's looking like for like the BBL and stuff, and what's happening in the NBA, and see whether it's big news, we could push it back and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I really want to make content around where I'm from, because I can go to these games quite easily. I was thinking about getting a season ticket so I could talk about the experience of going to a game and stuff like that, and talk about the players, and maybe get involved with like the media side of the BBL if it goes well for me. And that's mainly what I wanted to talk about, and mainly what I wanted to do in the basketball space, is be a presenter, talk about basketball, and make a job out of the thing I love. And that's what this channel is about. It's making a hobby out of the thing I love, because obviously I can't play it because of my injury. So I just wanted to make videos on the things I love, which is basketball, football, and hopefully make some sort of life out of the things which I love, because I think doing a job which you love is one of the most important things you can do. And right now I'm just having fun. It's not a job for me, obviously. Getting about 2 views a video, but I don't mind. It's fine with me. I'm having fun talking about this. It's my favourite things to ever do, is watch basketball, watch football, and enjoy it. So I'm going to be making these videos on the BBL, and if you want to see them when the BBL starts in about September, October, I'll be talking about it and hopefully getting more information on it, because I haven't watched in a while. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much if you have watched this far. I really do appreciate you, and thank you so much.